has an extendable nozzle that can help you just easily. There's a lot of things that reveal themselves as the process goes on, and okay, feels like I haven't recorded in a long time. I've been so busy at work that things have been going quite slow here at the House of Dalton. The builders haven't been on site since last week Thursday. It's been Easter weekend and public holidays and stuff, so they're also only coming back on Thursday. It would then be 1 week of having a building break, which we're grateful for. It's nice to not have the noise and stuff going on outside and not having people come ask you questions the whole time or knock on your door the whole time. Having that break kind of made me forget a little bit about all the things that I still need to do for our house. And I'm busy ordering stuff for a client on Takealot for a project, and I noticed that I still have some stuff in my cart that I need to order for myself as well for our own kitchen and stuff. So what I'm going to get on Takealot is a mixer for my prep bowl in the kitchen, and then brass kitchen basin waste plug for the prep bowl. And I'm also going to show you the prep bowl that I'm purchasing. I don't know why, but today I am extremely nervous and extremely anxious and uncertain and nervous about my decisions, and I'm emotional, and it like everything is happening at once. And I know that I do this to myself because I think they call it a type A personality. You want to get everything right at the first try. I've just been overwhelmed with all the decisions that I need to make for client projects. I have about 8 projects running at the moment, along with our house, and having to make decisions for all of those projects at the same time, and checking in with clients to see, you know, am I still on the right track, and then switching between different project styles, different project needs. To think about all of that at once is getting to me today, I must be honest. I've been having less days where I feel overwhelmed, but today is not a good day. But I'm trying my best to stay calm and just to get as much done as I can so that I can feel like I'm making progress. For now, I want to show you the tap that I'm thinking of getting, and I almost say the butt plug, the basin plug, and my butler zinc, my little prep bowl. So let me show you that quickly. Okay, so this is the mixer that I'm looking at for our prep bowl. The reason I'm going for this one is obviously I'm a huge fan of anything brushed bronze or brass, and this color is fantastic. It's not too flashy like the brushed gold. It's a little bit more antiqued, and one of the reasons I like it is that it does that. So it has this extendable gooseneck mixer tap. So it has an extendable nozzle that can help you just easily wash off your veggies and fruit in your prep bowl. If I need to fill the kettle, I can put the kettle on the side and just pull this out and fill the kettle instead of holding the kettle underneath. And this was really one of the prettiest extendable mixes that I could find that has a little bit of a vintage traditional look to it that's not too modern and flashy. Okay, so this is a Trendy Taps brand. The tap is the same price on Takealot as it is on Trendy Taps website directly. I like to order from Takealot just because it's easy to do returns and exchanges or whatever. It's really easy to work with them, and they're very fast with those type of things. So $2,950 for this tap, and it got quite a few fantastic reviews. It's high quality in all its parts, no plastic, and the brass color is classy. Mixer looks really good. It works like you would think. The only problem I have is that the swivel point is very loose and seems like it could break at any time. So I'll have a look at what that feels like to me once it arrives. I'm curious to see what this looks like and to add my little review to this list. So it just helps other people make up their mind or make an informed decision when buying stuff like this. For the plug, this is also from Trendy Taps, but I want to go for a matching plug instead of doing the stainless steel. I wasn't too concerned. I think there was one review that said that it can come off after a while, the color. I wasn't too concerned with that, and the reason why is because I'm only going to be rinsing fruit and veg in that bowl. I'm not going to be washing the dishes that's going to chip or knock on this waste plug, so I'm not too concerned about that, and it isn't a big price to pay, so I really want to try this out and see if it works. 520 Rand for this plug is really a good price. It's not something that you see in everyone's house. Replace the default silver butler zinc waste plug and fits perfectly. White butler sink looks stunning with this gold brass white plug. That's what I'm going for. Bought this to match the gooseneck tap, which is the one I'm looking at as well. The color match is awesome and the product works well. Unfortunately, though, the product is plated, which means the pot and the zinc rubbing against the metal have rubbed off the finish. I probably need to purchase it pretty soon because the kitchen is going to come in the next 3 to 4 weeks. So I want to have these things ready and not have any delays. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase that today along with my butler sink. So here's the butler sink that I'm going for. They call it a Roscoe Baby, which is the cutest name for a little butler sink. It's from Plummet Online. I've purchased from them before and they are pretty great. There's really no problem with them at all. It's $2,195, which is a fantastic price for a butler sink. And I love the fact that it's so compact. I didn't want a huge zinc to take over my prep counter or my island. I just wanted a little bowl that helps to rinse food. And I didn't want to go for the plain old round stainless steel one that everyone has. I wanted to do something a bit more farmhouse and a bit more charming. If you would go for a normal single butler zinc, so this one is from Trendy Taps, it's like double the price for a single one. I just want to show you the dimensions quickly. So this is 61 by 45, where this one is 400 by 35. So it's a lot smaller. It's going to take up less space and it's going to work exactly the way that I need it to. It's going to be big enough for what I need it for. I'm going to go ahead and order those 3 items today. Hopefully we'll receive it in the next week and a half, and then it's more than enough time for me to change my mind if I need to before the kitchen comes in. And then hopefully that could help you guys also make decisions when it comes to purchasing basins and plumbing and stuff. I hope it helps. So daai enetjie wat jy nou in jou hand het van hierdie kant kom, so die ander kant gaan in die binnekant sit en so. Yes. Daai van hier kom, gaan net verseker maak as reg hoogte. En dan die hoogte van die vloer, so die onderkant van die venster, moet jy met uitsetting wees waar jy begin. Die onderkant. En dan kan jy die botte van die deur. Ja, agtergekom het is dat hierdie venster, se gat, is 'n bietjie naad, die kant van die venster is 'n bietjie naad aan die balk as wat daai kant is. Yes. So ek sê eerder sê dat ook al hierdie gaan die verste punt wees van die venster. Jy kan teen hierdie kant sit en dan nog opbou op die kant. Ja. Okay. En dan wat ook al die afstand is van daai balk tot hierdie punt, moet presies dieselfde wees aan daai kant. So ek vermoed jy gaan moontlik 'n paar loop bou. So dat hy dieselfde afstand is van hier af tot daar. It's a Friday morning. And we have a fantastic weather. It's actually making me so excited. It's nice and crisp and cool, but it's also sunny and there's like this light breeze, which is a massive blessing after the crazy wild winds we had last weekend. But we are making a lot of progress in the main house. So I just wanted to show you guys an update of what they're busy with today, because I don't want to miss anything. I want to show you guys the process. Hallo? Lekker, dankie. Wat staar maar so?
Nee, ek is gou besig om kos te maak vir almal.
Vir almal?
Ja.
Wat se kos maak maar vir almal?
Ek gaan vir ons spaghetti maak met gemaalde vleis en wit saus en kaas.
Nie maar lekker.
Ja.
Vir almal wat hier is.
Almal.
En hier is 'n maase groep mense vandag.
Ja, ek het vir
So ma maak letterlik kos vir Afrika vandag.
soos almal.
Okay, so this is the branch that the wind broke off of our tree. So that needs to go. But they have finally laid the pipes for the waste coming from the scullery. I'm really surprised at what a big process this was to get done, and that this was just something that we didn't think of. But the pipes are connected, the waste points are connected, and thankfully when they dug down here, they saw that we had a closer connection point, because that was going to be the point. And I managed to throw my dog's bone rope down here, but I'm not seeing it now. It was there. I think they might have filled it up. I think I might need to get her a new rope. But anyways, let's go see what's happening inside. Morning. Is this for the ceiling? Okay. So the ceiling is coming in today, which is very exciting. Looks like the ceiling is coming in here today as well. So a lot of ceiling being done on this Friday afternoon. So you'll see that they lowered the battens over there, and the battens are closer to the ceiling over here, because I asked them to level it out, because currently it's sitting like that and I didn't want the ceiling to do that. So they've leveled out all the battens, and the ceiling's going to be 100% hopefully level when they're done. What you'll notice is that our house is brick, but we went with the plastering of this area and that area, and then this brick is going to be continued in this space. And the reason why I wasn't too worried about that is because we'll eventually paint the outside of the house, so all the brick is going to be painted, and I wanted to use these spaces as well as the wall for the fireplace on the outside. I want to eventually clad them with cottage stone, so I felt like it's okay if that doesn't match the brick at the moment, and we'll eventually clad them with stone and then have it look more like a cottage, which I'm very excited about. It's a few hours later. I just got home from a few appointments, so I'm going to see what the progress is they made in the house, and then I also need to go look for something in one of my boxes. Look how pretty! Yeah, this looks nice, man. Yes. I must say, standing in the space now with the ceiling in, I'm so used to the height that it felt so incredibly big in here, and now it feels a lot smaller now that the ceiling is in, and it's obviously lower because everything is the same level. I'm not sure how I feel about it because I know the floor also needs to lift a little bit. So I'm not unsure whether putting in ceiling here was a good idea because it makes the space feel very small. But it is easy. If it really bothers me down the line, I can always just remove the ceiling and have it vaulted. And so I think for now we're going this route that makes sense. And then if it really bothers me, I can just change it up later. Just taking the ceiling boards out is not a big thing. Yeah. I must say, on the other hand, when I look at it, when I look at the door and the window from the inside corner of the scullery, it feels like a little cottage. And isn't that what we're going for? We're going for like a cozy cottage. So maybe not having the vaulted ceiling or the open ceiling, the very high ceiling, and rather having something a little bit more cozy works with the design of the house, works with the style that we're going for. Just not sure how it's going to feel once the floor is lifted. So I might just ask the contractor to lift the floor with as little as humanly possible so that it's still safe and it's not going to crack and do all of this stuff, and then leave us enough room to put tiles down as well, which is also going to lift. So it's probably going to lift like with that much. I'm a little unsure. I don't know what to do. Hello, my lovely. Never pressed record. Okay, so as I was saying, it wasn't recording, is we have Joseph painting the bedrooms upstairs. There's a lot of wood going on upstairs with the carpets out as well. The floor is also wood at the moment. So it was very overwhelming, and we wanted to paint most of the bedrooms lighter anyways. But I still wanted to preserve some of the old wood ceiling, but just maybe stain it a different color that will make more sense for our palette that we're doing. So I told him to paint the walls and then leave the ceilings in the bedrooms wood because I wanted to see what it looks like. I'm not quite sure if we're going to stick with that or maybe paint the ceilings white. Right now I'm feeling 50-50 about it. I'm not sure if it's going to change later, but we're just doing what we can for now. But let me show you what it looks like. The painting has begun, people. So he has primed all of the wood. It's very odd seeing it primed, I must say. It does feel a little strange just having that line there. So I think I might do a skirting board all the way, or like a cornice all the way across, just to give it a definitive line, and that it's separate from the rest of the wood that's happening. And then I also looked at when we primed, like all of these little marks in between is maybe going to bother me a little bit. So we might just fill those holes with some silicone or some Painter's Mate before we do the actual paint color on top of that. But for now, I love that it's lighter and I love that it has texture on the wall. Look, because the bathroom is painted white completely and it looks amazing. It's bright and it's fresh. And this is one of the rooms that when the people come look at the house and they walk into the bathroom, they're like, oh, this feels so good that everything is so fresh and open. So let me show you the master bedroom. Mr. Joseph, you can stand there, it's fine. I'm just showing the people on the camera what it looks like so long. So this is one coat of primer in the bedroom. It was just way too much wood. We had to do something. We're going to do skirtings along the bottom of the rooms anyways, because there's nothing there at the moment. But I'm not sure about the ceiling. I had this vision. I'm not quite sure if the vision is coming together. Once again, maybe if I do more of a defined separation between these two with a quarter round or a cornice or something, it might help the eye. But I really want to keep the ceiling like this. I must say I do like the texture on this side by the front window. I really love what that looks like. I like that it's light and that the window is a bit darker, especially because we're going to be painting all of the windows a matte black. So that gives a nice contrast, and it makes the window stand out and be more of a feature. But I do love that. One step at a time. This will come together eventually, and I think we just need to trust the process, take one step at a time and make decisions as the process develops and unfolds, so that we can see what happens when we make certain decisions. And it's okay to do things that way. We don't always have to know the entire plan before the time, because to be honest, no one knows everything before the time. There's a lot of things that reveal themselves as the process goes on. We need to allow ourselves that flexibility to change things up when it's necessary, so that we can go with whatever the space is giving us in that moment as well. Then I am back in the scullery. It's Saturday, and I love that I can be back in here without any builders or anyone being in this space. It allows me to think. And I've come in and out of this space probably 7 times since yesterday afternoon, just checking how does the space make me feel every time I come in. And the more I come into this space, the more excited I am about it. The more I love the fact that the ceiling is a little bit lower than I'm used to. I think it was the initial shock of being used to this high ceiling and the space feeling massive, and then suddenly when the ceiling's in, it feels so short and small. But now, every time I walk in here, I fall more in love with the space. It is starting to feel more like a cozy, intimate cottage kitchenette area, and it makes me emotional actually, because I really love how this is turning out. I can envision what's going to happen in this space. I can experience the fellowship that's going to happen with all the girls around the dishes, washing dishes in the scullery and cleaning up after lunch or after dinner, and just chatting together, and going out by this door to the guys braaiing, bringing dishes in here, bringing food out this door, and going around the corner to pick herbs from the garden, and then looking out of this cute little window into the herb garden that'll be on the other side, and watching these trees grow in front of the window. So I have fallen in love with this space. I don't think I'll be taking the ceiling out, and I have a few ideas to make the space feel a bit taller. And one idea is to do vertical paneling, maybe on this wall behind me, because that automatically lifts your eye up, and it makes the space feel taller. Once we do the built-in wood shelves for the pantry, which will basically look like a very old bookshelf, wooden bookshelf, distressed. Once we do that, from the floor to the ceiling, it's also gonna make the space feel bigger and higher and taller. And then obviously with the ceiling being painted white and adding a beautiful light in the ceiling, it's gonna make this whole space come together beautifully. I think we'll end up with the total height of from the floor to the ceiling being 2.3 meters. I think the standard height of ceilings are usually 2.5. And then I still need to decide what I'm going to do on the floor. Henry and I spoke, and we said that we were going to do the cabinets in the scullery a bit later, but we felt like, once again, we are in the process. Let's just get everything done now, just bite the bullet. So I'm going to get my kitchen guy Vessel to come out and measure the space. It's going to be fairly straightforward. I really want to do the pantry myself though. I want to scour for some nice old pieces of wood and put the shelf together myself. For now, I won't mind just, using an existing shelf as a pantry. Yes, but I'm feeling pretty confident about this space. And I can't wait to put the lights up outside this door, on either side of the door. Those beautiful black lights that I got from the secondhand building material place, that's going to go up there. And then our windows are going to come in soon, which is going to give such a complete look for the space. We are still waiting for the Briar Rooms window, as well as the stacker doors that we ordered, which is also the cottage pane, or the colonial pane as they call it. So I think in the next week things are really going to start coming together, and I really I can't wait to move in. Henry's been really great and faithful and organized with getting all of these details and finishes done with the painting and everything of our upstairs. Now the next chapter begins where the finishes start coming in. I got some pictures from Vessel showing me bits and pieces of our kitchen, so I'll pop it up on the screen for you guys to see. Showed me a picture of our cabinet doors before it's sprayed, and it looks a lot like Mom and Love's kitchen cabinets that we did. He showed me a piece of our island. Tuesday I'm going to see the sample pieces of the color of the cabinets, as well as a sample piece of the oak veneer that is sealed. And he also sent me a picture of all of our carcasses and the cabinet insides that's already made and ready to go. What? And while I'm talking to you, check what I noticed here on the wall. Someone had lunch here, leaving a chicken bone in our wall. My goodness.
Jy like nice dit gou van die bevel al daai, maar daar's niks exciting oor die vloer nie. Want ek is net oor dit. Ek is soos oor dit. Ek is oor dit. Soos ek.
Maar sê dit jy mooi is dit nou weer.
Ek is net oor dit.